Okay, today we are making our own homemade pie crust. And I've never made one before, so let me just take you through the ingredients. And I got this recipe from foodwishes.com, and he actually has a vlog here on YouTube, so check him out. I will try and put a link to his channel below. And here we go. In this bowl we have about 2½ cups of just plain all-purpose flour, along with a ½ teaspoon of salt. And here we have a oh Lord, let me try this again. can't get my tongue to work properly. But here we have 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and I just cubed them up. See, just little cubes. We're gonna stick this in the freezer. Yep, the freezer, because you want the butter ice cold. And also in this we have the water and apple cider vinegar. I have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 7 tablespoons of cold water. We're going to stick this in the refrigerator and get this nice and cold as well. Be back in just a minute. Okay, I took the butter out of the freezer, and here it is all mounded up. And I went ahead and put the flour and the salt already in my food processor. Now if you don't have a food processor like me, you can use a pastry, this is a pastry blender or pastry cutter. You don't want to see my sink, sorry. But this is a pastry cutter. You can also use a fork to make the consistency that resembles kind of like gravel or little peas or even breadcrumbs. And I will show you what that looks like in just a minute. Okay, you see how the dough, you can still see the butter in it. Albeit it's, you know, all mixed up, but it's chunky. You can see little chunks of butter in there. You don't want to over mix. See, here's a better shot, I think. You don't want to over mix the butter and flour, because then the butter will melt, and we don't want that. So next we're going to take our liquid here. Yeah, I'm going to make some chicken pot pie with this crust, so that's my chicken that I'm going to do. Another recipe. At any rate, you're going to take about half of this. This is 8 tablespoons of liquid altogether, and we're going to put about 4 tablespoons to start. You may use all of it, you may not, but I'll show you what the consistency is when we come back. Okay, our dough is ready, and you see how it looks like almost like a wet kind of sand. And if you take a little bit of your dough and you squeeze it, it should form a soft, pliable dough. This is what we want. Mind you, I'm taking you through the steps of making this pie crust, and this is the very first pie crust that I've ever made. So we will see how it turns out. We'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I went ahead and formed a ball with this dough, and I cut it into 2 equal parts. The next thing you're going to do for your pie dough is you're going to place it either in 2 separate storage bags. You're going to wrap it up in cling wrap, press and seal, whatever you have, and you're going to put it in your refrigerator for at least 30 minutes before you use it. This can be a sweet and a savory pie. I'm actually going to make a chicken pot pie with this. It's going to be double crust, and you can see the layers already. It's going to be really flaky. This is where I end the recipe, but if you want to see how this dough turned out, stay tuned for my next video. See you soon.